5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, welcome everyone to our final meeting for the year. It's our celebration and certification evening where we do a recap of what took place throughout the year, who was published, who wrote, where persons are on their entrepreneurial journey or author entrepreneurship journey. And it's such a privilege to have you guys here. And I'm very happy with the progress of the group. And so the first half is going to be celebration. And the last part will be certification. So what's going to happen? We're going to recap, and I'm going to show you a slide that kind of does tell us what we've accomplished. And you are also going to update me, give me any personal updates and how you felt about your writing and publishing journey throughout this year, and even being in the membership group. And I'm just going to talk about some of the changes for the new year. So we normally have a little music. So I'm going to cue that up as well. I will have to unplug something. Okay, not that. I will have to to get the music going just a little bit so that they don't flag this video. So our theme song is winning right now. So I'm just going to play a little piece of that. That's Agent Sasko winning right now. It should still be on my desktop. And we're going to get a little piece of that as we go through the wins for this year. All right, just gonna play a little bit of that. Oh, come on, winning right now. Yeah, just gonna play a little bit of that. Let me know if you're hearing it.
Not yet.
Then we're gonna go through the wins. Are you hearing now?
Yes, yes.
All right, so we are winning right now. I have the slides to show how we won. Now, before I do that, who brought cake? I don't have my cake. Who brought something to drink?
I can get that, yeah.
So I was at my computer literally almost all day today. So this is not a glass of wine as it should be, or my usual sorrel beer or something. This is just water.
You're so judgy.
So at least when you're saying cheers, I can toast somebody. So we're celebrating. Let me do a recap of what has happened this year and then let you talk. So the first part, as I said, is celebration. And then the last part is certification. And I'm going to seek to bring up my screen. I think. Are you guys seeing congrats on the screen?
No.
No, wrong screen.
I don't see any congrats.
Okay, so it's showing the wrong. Let me close Microsoft Edge and try again. Welcome, Jacqueline. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, are you seeing congrats now on the screen? You should.
Yes, we see it.
Okay, beautiful. So I'm going to go to share and just do a quick recap so that you can see that we have a lot to celebrate for 2022 as a group.
Yes,
all right,
indeed.
so all right. Congratulations to all our members. Antoinette Scarlett, who joined 2 years ago and is a legacy member. This week, she published her first book. Woo! Put some fire in the chat or send up some hearts. And it's a poetic memoir. And it's about her journey to wholeness. And this book also inspired me to start using poetry, because I used to write poetry as a teenager and then turn them into postcards and sell them as a young adult. And then, kind of put poetry on pause. But what she did with this book really inspired me to start, chronicling my emotions via journal. So Antoinette will see this. After congratulations, it took her 2 years, right? And she was writing something else. And then this just emerged. And so it's now on Amazon. If you can share it, then it can become a bestseller. And she did this in time for her birthday, which is the 17th. And so you can give her a birthday present by buying the paperback or the ebook. But congratulations, Antoinette is a legacy member. She's one of the first persons to join when we were doing the pilot that year. Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Okay, just checking. All right. So send up some emojis of congratulations to Antoinette. Then Garfield Robinson, he produced his second book through the membership group, published within 5 months. And guess what happened? He got an offer to host a radio program based on the title of the book, Dare to Contend. I tell you that books open doors. So let's give it up for Garfield. And he is doing a trilogy because the next book is Dare to Worship. So last year, at this time, it was Dare to, what was the first book? Dare to Ask. And then he came back, Dare to Contend. And now he's working on Dare to Worship. So he should be coming back in January. No, persons can unsubscribe at any time and then return when you want. So each time Garfield has a book, he comes. And I want to thank Dr. Black for recommending this group to him. And just to let you know, when you recommend persons to the group and they join, you're going to get a 30% commission of whatever they have paid to join for the first month. And some persons sign up for the year, so you might get quite a decent commission. All right, so give it up for Garfield. Next is Jacqueline. Woo! When Jacqueline joined, and she was recommended by Auntie Pat, she was writing and reviewing her book. Well, she came with a manuscript and she had to go through that whole process of rewriting, and she's moving towards publication now. She's gotten some good reviews from our beta readers, and this is her draft cover, not the final cover. So she's moving towards publication. And we want to say congratulations to Jacqueline. Send up some emoticons, some claps, use up the chat. And she did this within a year of membership. And we hope by next year, February, March or so, the book will be out. So congratulations to Jacqueline. All right, next is the albino marketer, Raquel. She is a legacy member as well. Her book is now a text in a training program. So we're using it to help young people to learn how to work online and become publishing services provider. So you see, it's truly author entrepreneurship. And Raquel was featured in the newspaper and she won the Spirit Award. And she is now, she is serving with Bamboo Sparks. And so she moved from just writing a book now to being part owner of a publishing company. And so congratulations, books open doors. And I must say that Raquel is one of the reasons why we have this membership group. Raquel helped me to build it out. And when I started thought about authorpreneurship and leveraging my books and building out my coaching program, my first course, no, that should be an ASA newspaper. Don't chide us too much. Raquel was the one who helped me to build out my packages. So if you need to launch a digital product, turn your book to a course or something, start a membership group, Raquel is the person. The summit, everything that I do, she has been the one to help me to flesh it out and ensure that it is a success. So congratulations to Raquel. Then we, oh my goodness, I have to fix I have to fix the PowerPoint because I have the wrong name up there. So sorry. All right, hopefully I can pick up from there. This is live, right? Not pre-recorded. All right. Yes, so Auntie Pat, congratulations. We certified you last year as a publishing coach. You had published your first book, and now Auntie Pat has publishing clients. So let's give it up for her. Congratulations. So she's helping with coaching, and she also did a little bit of book coaching. And from the feedback that I got, I hear that you are very good, Auntie Pat. You are very good. So since you are here, let me pause a little and see your face. Jacqueline is here too. Congratulations. Garfield, congratulations.
Thank you. Good night, everybody. Good night.
Hi, Jacqueline. Hi, Garfield.
The feedback, Auntie Pat, is that you are very good and very thorough. Is that so, Suzanne?
Suzanne.
Yeah, man, she's very detailed and analytical.
Yeah. So I am so proud of you. And Auntie Pat is also now working with Bamboo Sparks to assist us with the publishing in terms of coaching and managing clients. And I'm just so proud of you. And it gives a great joy, you know, that you have the idea, you give birth to it, and you want to empower folks. And it is happening. Before we continue, what do you have to say, Jacqueline, Garfield, and Auntie Pat, before we move to see what the others have accomplished? Okay. Let's raise our glasses to these wonderful authors and authorpreneur. Okay, responses before we continue.
Jacqueline. You're muted.
Unmute, Jacqueline.
Listen, I wasn't saying everything. I'm over here celebrating for everybody. So I think that's what's coming through. But this is great. This is very exciting, Ruth. I am so happy for everybody, you know. It's a long journey.
Yes.
It is a long journey, a long, tedious, and stressful and anxiety producing, but you know, surely but slowly but surely we'll get there. So, and I'm so encouraged by everyone. I'm encouraged by Miss Patricia Fletcher. She's really good.
Oh yes, Jacqueline can testify too.
She gets straight to the point, you know, she gets you straight to the point. So I'm very happy. And this whole year has been amazing. So I'm just happy to be a part of the group, and we'll definitely promote it. You know, we'll definitely do that because I've learned a lot in a year. So yes, thank you and congratulations to everybody. Thank you.
Love it, love it, love it. Thank you.
Mhm.
Garfield, what do you have to say?
Yes, good night, everybody.
Yes.
Well, I want to say first of all, thanks for the opportunity to join the group and to learn, and just having the opportunity to share with others, you know, thoughts and views and so on. You know, seeing that it being a blessing to others, it brings joy and satisfaction. And I'm happy to see other persons being developed and using this program as something to uplift not only themselves but others. So truly a privilege and a blessing to be here. Yeah, man.
Love it. How is the second book going? We know that the first book you sold almost 500 copies. How is the second book going?
Yeah. All right. The second book is not doing as well as the first book as yet. But I'm almost sure it is going to do well, because the arena that book is heading into is more classroom or churches and you know, like kind of Bible school type thing. Yeah, so it's more being used for group studies and so on. So because churches are having their members buying the books, that particular book, I know there's room for that book to do well. For that book to do well.
Love it, love it, love it, love it. Congratulations and congrats on the radio show.
Yes.
Yes,
Very
there
nice.
to contend.
There to contend.
Thanks much.
All right, love it. One more before we, Auntie Pat, your turn, before we I continue to update you on the success of the other members.
Yes, so I just want to say that, you know, I was like a 2-year-old hanging on to her mother's frock tail when I met Ruth. And I had no way of foreseeing how deep she is and how much she would pour into me. And the more I followed her counsel and coaching is the further I have got. As Garfield mentioned, a lot of the fulfillment and what has become a passion for me is helping other people to go through the process and to respect the process of publishing as it is exemplified by Ruth and her team. For me, the emphasis this year and achievement this year has been on the coaching side of it. I also got back into the rocket writing in November to challenge myself to rewrite my testimony, because I found I do want the testimony to glorify God, and I found that the original version was all over the place. So all that I've learned about outlining and all that kind of thing came into play in the second attempt in November. A lot. So you could see my maturity then in the second manuscript, well, draft, really, it's a draft, than what was there before. What was there before was very rough, right? And I didn't, to be honest, know how to start to clean it up. So having gone through the process again this year with Ruth, I can, say that I have experienced the development and growth, personal growth as a professional in the publishing situation, because of course I wouldn't view myself. Also, the other thing I want to mention is I gave away a lot of free coaching.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of the coaching I've done this year has been without any charge at all, because I'd mentioned the possibility of using it as a form of apprenticeship.
Yes.
When we had discussed it originally, but I didn't know again what that would look like. But what it looked like was me taking on people, encouraging them and then taking them on and so on. And so by doing that, it helped me to retain the principles and practices that I had learned, which I didn't really connect until now that I hear myself talking to people, including Jacqueline, that I realize how much I have absorbed. So yes, I congratulate you, Ruth. This ASA thing has taken me much further than I could ever have dreamed. And I do have a passion for certain aspects of publishing, which I'm hoping to see develop more seriously in 2023. And I also am trusting the Lord for the publication, though, of the testimony, because, I'm an older person and I don't want to waste time delaying, because Ruth has had a few people who have died in the process of the publishing of their book. So I don't want to be one of those. I want to really make the most use of time. So therefore, in 2023, hopefully by my birthday in July, we'll have it published.
Yay! Listen, Auntie Pat, I started out free as well. My first set of clients in going through, because I wasn't sure that I could do it. So I started out, thanks for coming, Doc. I started out free, developed and really saw that, oh yeah, I am learning this thing. And then from free to charging a little.
Yeah, I remember those days.
What I am supposed to. So that's the process. The same thing with speaking. Most of the top speakers, they would have started out free just to gain confidence and competence, and then get to the stage where they can charge what they're really worth. So you're doing it the right way, and that's exactly how I did it. All right. Welcome, Shanice. We're going to get back now to the slide while I update you on the other. So you see, this is not just publishing. It's also empowering you to become a coach. And that is a dream that is materializing. All right. So we said with Auntie Pat, this is one of the clients she brought us. And we were able to do over. And she really, I just thank God for her, because she's been a strong support. And she was certified December last year. All right. Next, Carlene, first-time author. I think she published in December of last year, but launched the book in this year. And she got a speaking engagement as a result, which she was so thankful to go to a school. And she's going to be working on other books. And got it into one bookstore, and she's gotten about 7 book reviews so far. So proud of Carlene and what she has done. Then Marva Smith now, when she released this book, she ran an excellent digital marketing campaign that she sold at least 70 ebooks. And it was a bestseller in, this should be 2021, new release, and it was there for quite a while. And she has just been promoting it. She's gotten on to several podcasts. I've seen her on television, and she's partnering with Bamboo Sparks to help. She's going to help us in 2023 to help clients to market their books digitally. And she got her book, I think it's Columbia University. That's her alma mater, but it's also an Ivy League school, and her book was listed among recommended books, of its graduates, and that's a big thing. So congratulations to Marva. She was certified as a coach, but we're seeing other gifts coming out, and she'll be one of the hosts for the Caribbean Authorpreneur Summit in 2023, and she'll be one of the speakers at the VIP marketing session, which will be paid, while the rest of the summit is free. So we want to congratulate Marva. You see what a book can do? You never know coming out of this what can emerge. But that's what the authorpreneurship is about. It's leveraging your author status, your experience, creating book-based initiatives that you can earn from. It's all of that. And then Daphne Ellis, last year this time, she had finished the manuscript, but she hadn't published it. So she published it this year and it became a bestseller. And she hasn't had the book launch yet, but she has already sold over 100 books. And so congratulations to Daphne. And she did it over the period of, 12 months membership in that phase. And then Suzanne Muir, another legacy member. She finished her first manuscript. Everybody give it up for Suzanne. And she had set up her website earlier in the year, I think, or it may have been the end of last year. And so we want to say congratulations. So written within 2 years of membership, and she joined us from the first batch. And I don't think anybody else is happier than I am for Suzanne. And we're going to pause the celebration, and because next up is a certification. So let me stop share and get some feedback on that. Jackie Lady, you're muted. So let's raise our glasses and toast all our wonderful authors and their progress. Comment. Suzanne, your time to speak.
Did you just have a lot of people? Yes, but thanks. No, the website was from February. I was trying to get it. I was trying to get it in time for my birthday. The funny part is I've not really been promoting it. The website, but I'm still happy that I got off. It was a lot of work. I think it actually felt like, thinking back now, it feels like more work than the actual book that I wrote in November. So, guys, I've been a part of this team or this group for a long time, and I have written parts of 2 other books. And on November 4th, in fact, what you don't know is that I actually started part of a mindset book that was very complicated. And I was keep thinking, but I was thinking, how would I go to write that thing? Because I said, that's the kind of thing I would probably take a year or 2 to write. Trust me, if you see what I'm saying, it would be really hard to write. So I said, no, I wouldn't have time to write that right now. And I was actually starting on November 1st again to continue my fitness book. And I had always wanted to do a mindset book before a fitness book. So I have 3 names of 3 books, in fact, more than 3. And I just said, you know what? On my father's birthday, because I had wanted to get something done to honor my father, I made an outline again. And on November 4th, I just switched, and every day I worked on it. And literally, I sensibly got rid of about, I think 5 chapters, which were not necessary for the book. And I wrote 16 chapters. Now, to me, it's a little bit tricky to say it's finished. I think these are a little bit more stories at the beginning, but the general thing, meaning it has a whole structure. Every chapter has quotes. It has, the general content, practical exercises, video links that the people will be able to link on my website. And it was very exciting. And I don't mean that every moment was exciting. No. What was exciting is to finish. So once I kind of saw that I was going to finish, it was exciting. So not every moment was exciting. And I actually learned so much in the process of writing this book, really, that it was a good experience. And I'm glad that I realized that for me at this time, what work was just writing every day, no matter what. And so I'm glad I did the website, and I'm glad and the thing is, I have very clear plans of how I'm going to publish in 2023. I won't say all of it now, so maybe at the next celebration you'll see my results. Yeah. But I'm definitely going to publish in 2023, and I have a plan for my, like, the fitness book is already like about halfway done. So I'm also going to be working on that. So yeah, so I'm feeling good about my progress.
Yay, congratulations. And I don't want anybody to feel bad, those who've taken 2 years or so. It took me 10 years. And the first book that came out wasn't the first book I was working on. In fact, Doc, who left, he was the one who told me I could write, and I didn't believe him. It took me 10 years to really see that I could. And so congratulations. I think I left myself off the slide, or maybe it went too fast. But let me share. We're going to get into the certification. We only have one member that we're certifying this year. Let me try that again. But I too published. I published my grandmother's memoir. And I'm supposed to be here and not seeing myself. But I thought I put myself up there. I guess not. But congratulations. I may have switched the slide. Suzanne, you were saying?
No, you forgot yourself.
Yeah, no, when I was doing it, I did put it up there. So I'm wondering if, you duplicate the slides that I took it out. But I am there as well. So I am leading by example. I didn't plan to write that book. And it came to me, and I was happy that I was able to do it to honor my grandmother and to have the celebration to honor her publicly in her community. And people from different parts of the world were able to join us. And we had a blended celebration online and in person. And that book also was used and is still being used as a fundraiser, because we are giving my grandma an indoor bathroom and kitchen. And with that book, we've been able to raise, I think we've raised almost 300,000 Jamaican dollars already. And this was one of the things that I foresaw with books, that you can use books to support a worthy cause, because the whole entrepreneurship concept came alive to me when I read the story of Florencia, an untold story about these two businessmen who went to Mozambique, and they saw what the landmines did and the poverty and everything, and they shared, chronicled a lady's story, a mother's story, and then it became an Amazon bestseller. Within 2 months, I think, or 4 months, they were able to raise $250,000 US. They started a charity or a nonprofit organization, and then they were able to go to the UN to speak on the issues, and over 200 members of the UN got copies of their books and that book, and they were able to meet the president of Mozambique. And so the whole entrepreneurship thing, because for me, it came out of also wanting to support myself as a missionary and to help others who are struggling financially, and to help retirees and Christians in ministry, because very often you're serving and struggling, or serving and starving in some cases. And so that moved me. So to be able to implement that for my grandmother, even though the building is not finished, but to see what it did. In the book, I did not ask for any funds, but people read the story and were moved. And so that is something you can do. You can use a book to bring attention and awareness to a cause. And so that was my experience this year. Okay, so it's graduation time, class of 2022. And we want to say congratulations to Shanice Graham, Mrs. Graham, Shanice Wap Graham. She has successfully or displayed all the competencies to be a certified publishing coach. And we'll be happy to partner with you in Bamboo Sparks. And Shanice is publishing her own book, and she already has a client I think at least 2 clients that she is working with to help them publish their books. So send up some hearts. Congratulations, Shanice. The certificate may not have your picture on it, but I can send you a version with picture and a version without the picture, because I just took that from your Facebook profile. I don't know if it is the official photo that you want. And I'm going to allow you to speak to close out that segment, but just to remind you of the others who've been certified. Last year we certified Auntie Pat, we certified Tashery. Let me update you on Tashery. Tashery became the publishing lead for Bamboo Sparks. So this certification can do a whole lot, and she's been coaching clients, and we just had our board retreat and we were able to see in dollars and cents the value that she has brought to the company versus when I was just doing all of this by myself. And it is because of the training that she got, the 6 months she spent in ASA, along with her own publishing experience, but she credits a lot of it to what she learned 6 months with ASA. And so my heart is full. And then Marva as well, certified publishing coach. Marva, you know, has been helping our children to publish and, you know, just doing very well. And she's going to be partnering with Bamboo Sparks as well, and as well as with the Caribbean Authorpreneur Summit. And so that officially ends in terms of like the principal's report. So we're gonna have welcome, Doctor. Calling our doctor already, you know, Dr. Gary Lloyd. Welcome, Cheryl. So Shanice, response. It's your turn. It's your turn.
All right. So good evening, everyone, and thank you so much, Ruth, for this. I'm excited because, well, initially I didn't even think that publishing was something I was interested in. I was quite happy with just handing the money over with the manuscript and just having someone else do it for me, until I realized that I will be writing more than 3 books and it becomes expensive if you don't know how to do it yourself. And then people keep coming to me wanting to know how to publish their own books. And so I started sharing information, my experience. And then through this forum, I realized that, hey, I can make some money doing this. So every now and then I talk to somebody and they say, oh, you know, I've always wanted to write a book. I'm like, publishing, coaching, training, I can help you. So that's how I've been sharing with persons. So I'm excited, guys. I mean, the membership platform has a lot of gold in it. And so I don't know how much more time we have to go through it, but I would say make sure that you get everything that you need and work on the book. So Ruth, I have my book cover mock-up. I don't know if I can share it in the group.
Hey, yes,
and give me their feedback.
Yes, and Pat, I see your hand. Go ahead, Shanice. You have
oh no, yeah, that's it. Now I'm just encouraging you guys, just push, and sometimes it gets frustrating. And you know, the editing process is very humbling because we think we have good English until the editor goes through and tell us what we need to do. So that one is humbling, but don't give up. Even if you feel like you're not getting anywhere and time is going, your deadline has passed, which mine has multiple times. But at the end of the day, if you keep pushing and stay focused, the book will come to pass and somebody is waiting on your book.
Amen. I love that. So I want to encourage Cheryl. It took Susan 2 years to complete her manuscript. It took Antoinette 2 years in the group to complete hers, and hers was published this week. And so it took me 10 years to start mine. So I don't want you to get discouraged. You will get there. And so this is really to encourage you. So don't worry about it. Daphne took a year. Jacqueline has been working on hers for a year. And so don't be discouraged. You're gonna get there. And for me, this is encouraging because the first set of persons to join the group did not write and publish any book in the first year when we started in 2020. So to be honest, I was kind of feeling like a failure because for the first year, Raquel had written, but she hadn't published, and she took a whole year before going back to the draft. And so it was in the second year now that I saw, or the second intake, I saw those persons publishing because there were 5 legacy members. I saw them publishing and I was like, oh God, what about the original set? Are they going to write? Are they going to publish? And so I just kept praying. I mean, I seriously prayed. Yeah, I prayed. I said, God, they have to. And then who was it? Raquel published hers. And then to say Antoinette published hers and Suzanne. So it's only 2 from that remaining group from May 2020. And I believe they are going to publish. They've been hearing the stories. They are still a part of it. So, well, good thing is they're legacy members, so they don't pay anything and they still get the services. So I just want to say that, Cheryl, to encourage you. The race is not for the swift, but for those who endure. And the book will come at the right time. Sometimes it's more experience you need. God wants to give you other ideas to develop it. You may have missed what Auntie Pat said, but what she wrote on the challenge last year, she went back over it, and it's a different book because, stuff happened. So better a late book than a bad book. So I don't want you to feel discouraged. Go ahead, Susanna, I see your hand.
Yeah, I heard you say it took me 2 years, so I don't know what simple that. I know it's over 3 years I'm in the group. So this last book, I wrote a manuscript in basically a month. So what I would say to Cheryl, I don't really know you, but I had a long conversation with you one day. Cheryl, I don't want to doubt. You will write your brilliant book when you're ready. Brilliant, yes. I'm not even saying good, brilliant. So you just need to believe that you can, and then you just need to commit to doing it. And I just look forward to meeting your potential. That's my 2 cents.
Amen. I love that. It's what you said. And it's the same thing that happened to me. It took me 10 years to get to really believe I could. And then it was finished in 11 days. So Susanna has been trying to work on several books, but not finished any. But when she made up her mind, in a month, she finished. So that's a lot of gem. Auntie Pat, I see your hand.
Well, no, I sent you a note in the
Okay. It's there. I think I went too fast.
Okay.
All right. So anybody else have anything else to say? Because we're gonna wrap up now. I'm just gonna tell you of the changes for next year and give you a little surprise.
Just want to say congratulations to all the persons on the platform. Well done. Keep up the good work. Trust that God will continue to provide the wisdom and the skills that you need to do well. And thanks again, Ruth, for your guidance. Really appreciate it. Bless you.
Bless you. All right. Okay, so I'm going to do this quickly. My gift to you all is that everybody who stayed a member until this time is that you will continue to have access to the membership library, regardless of whether or not you come back next year. But unless you resume your membership, you would not be able to meet with me to get any coaching or any guidance. But you will continue to have access to the library, the membership library.
That's very good.
Because I know some of you have been concerned about that, which is a good concern for me, because my concern was that most of you not using it. But remember, we only meet once to work through certain issues, to teach critical things, but everything you need is really there. And then the one-to-one session, get to work on things that are particular, but don't neglect what is in there. And what I'm going to add to it too for next year is that 15 of my books will be there. So those of you who want to read my books, my library of books, those who are members will be able to read the ebooks free of cost. So that's an additional thing added there. And some of them are audio books like Write and Retire, Write and Pen It to Win It. So you continue to have access. Going forward in the future, members will only get 1 year access to it, and that is if they stay for 6 months. So the program is going to be a 6 months program. Why? Because most of the time it's 6 months, most people finish and then go about their business. So by the time we end the year, I really don't usually have many members left, because they publish their books within 6 months and they go. And I'm moving away from it being so much of a writing thing. It's not about writing, it's about publishing and leveraging. So even though there is a writing module there, it's not for writing, it's for publishing. And this is my private academy to help Caribbean authors at home or in the diaspora to learn to publish and profit without breaking the bank. So trying to help you to publish for less than $1,000 US. That is not an easy feat, especially if you have a lot of words and it needs a lot of editing. So we're trying to keep the book small. That's the secret. It doesn't matter if you're paying standard international market rates. Once the book is small, you stand a greater chance of publishing on a budget. So we're gonna open for membership during the Caribbean Authorpreneur Summit each year. And then the first meeting would begin in February. But those who come in are able to access the resources. And I've kind of simplified the process. So the aim is for you to publish on a budget or for less than $1,000 US, and to make that back by the time of your book launch. So once you sell 100 books or 150 books, you should make back what you would have spent. And this is my private group. I don't intend to scale it for it to get too big. I want to work with 10 to 12 persons each year and keep it tight. I won't turn back anybody who, if 20 persons sign up, that's fine. But we're only going to be open once per year. And then all my other publishing will be done through Bamboo Sparks. So this is like my gift, because I struggled in publishing. I overspent the first time around, both publishing and printing. And printing 1,200 books was over $10,000 US, right? And it left me in debt. And so I don't want to see that happen with others. And I have never charged anything near to what I paid for my own process, because it cost me over $5,000 US just in terms of the publishing aspect. The rest of it was more so the printing. And now that I look back at it, because the book was being printed in color and everything, it wasn't so bad. But I didn't have to spend so much and put myself in debt. So that is the heart behind me having this. For those who don't want to spend that much, maybe you have the money, but you don't, or you just like me coaching you, then you can become a part of this. And so it's 1 year access to the library. You get 2 private consultations each month. So use them up. Remember, they don't roll over. And then we have the monthly community masterclass session that helps, because sometimes I don't see the thing and all the wealth of knowledge is not in me. So when we come together as a community, it helps. The Authorpreneur Summit recordings, the live session will be exclusively available in this group, nowhere else, after the 48-hour free. And I hope you're seeing the entrepreneurship coming out, from book to summit to course to membership group. The number of things that you can do with a book. It's a model in entrepreneurship. 5% discount on publishing services through Bamboo Spark. Access to my catalog of books, including my audiobooks and a couple courses as well. You get access to it, and of course, community feedback. So publishing can be expensive. The benefit of this, forget the expensive package and trying to publish on your own and make costly mistake. Let me, with my knowledge and the expert community, because like Auntie Pat is a legacy member as well. So she will come in and teach, and Marva is a legacy member as well. So the between myself, Raquel, Marva coming in, we have the whole gamut, whether it's writing, publishing, marketing, and we've done it. We've each sold our first 1,000 books. And so we are helping persons to do that. And so I want to encourage you to invite others. So it's the persons who've written their first draft, or they have stuff, they have some material, and they know they intend to publish in 6 months. Is for serious persons who intend to publish within 6 months, because after 6 months, I'm not going to be meeting and coaching anybody, but you will just be on your own with the resources in the membership library. Or if persons want to come and let Bamboo Sparks assist them. I see your hand, Cheryl. Just wind that down. And then for members that you bring in, you get a 30% commission of whatever they pay if they stay for at least a month, because the platform has a 30-day money-back guarantee. So we have to wait at least 60 days before we can do that payout. So that's the new thing for next year. But all those who are members up to this point, you can still access the library. But if you don't renew by paying the $97 each month, because that's going to be the new fee. So we're moving from $47 to $97 US per month. You wouldn't get access to my coaching and guidance. And yeah, you're only going to get access to the library, but not coming to the sessions, that kind of thing. But that's just a gift as we make the shift going into 2023. Okay, there was a question. Go ahead, Cheryl.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Thank you, Madam Ruth. How you know some of feel down, so thank you for the little encouragement, ma'am. I wanted to ask a quick question. My aunt, I think she has her book put together and she wanted some help with the publishing. So should I just refer her to Bamboo Sparks?
I don't know. What does she want? Does she, for Bamboo Sparks, we have like the self-publishing Spark, you get basic management, like it's just 3 consultation sessions versus coming here. It might be more than $1,000. It could be less. You get more when you're in this group. So we can talk off air depending on what her style is and what she wants.
All right. I don't remember what it was that she wrote, but it's probably literature, and she's done one book already, but I think she said she had one ready that she wanted to get published. So we can talk.
Yeah, we have.
But thank you. I appreciate the grace.
Editor. Great. In the person of Dr. Sharma Taylor.
Okay.
Then Auntie Pat also does fiction. So
all right. So just tell her to
set up an appointment with us and we can discuss it.
All right. Thank you, Mama. And thank you, Santa, for the gift. It's appreciated.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I have a maximized. Oh, and I had one last question for you.
Go ahead.
Does it work, for instance, if I try to push myself to a deadline, like, mental health is me, and October 10 is our mental health day? How about if I try to have a big workshop kind of thingy, and then there could be the launch of the book and all that, so I could set that for my deadline? Okay.
Good plan.
All right, I'll work on it.
Excellent plan.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. The commentary, thank you for the gift. Thank you so much. I hope I can maximize the goal, says Cheryl. Hearty congrats to Shanice. Great job, Suzanne. So happy to be here. I've been referring, so I hope they join. For me, Cheryl is saying, take it in stride, considering my workload. Thank you, Ruth and Suzanne. I'm encouraged. I've started writing and I feel pleased that the outline is there. Really stepping into 2023 with more confidence. Yeah. Congratulations all around. So we've come to the end of our celebration and certification. And thank you. I have, just like I said last year, even if I'm tired, I look forward to coming to this, and I realize this is what makes me happy. And this is where my strength lies, in the guidance. And there was a session I had with Shanice and Cheryl. And after I finished the session, there was I was filled up. I was excited. I was helping them to map out their books. And the joy that I had, I knew I was walking in purpose. And that's when I knew that it is this aspect of the business that is really my thing, the consultation, the whole turning ideas into books and shaping that. And so I want to thank you, Cheryl. And I want to thank you, Shanice. You may not have known that, but that session, it really, I felt on top of the world after that when I saw, the mapping out of the book and what you needed to do and that kind of thing. So it's not just, I am getting from you guys and just seeing the vision come to pass. If I were to die now, God forbid, I would have left banana shoots. the knowledge would not have died with me. And so I am grateful and I feel honored. And thank you for spending with me. You could have gone elsewhere. And so, 2023 has ended for our group on a 2022 on a good